Y'all, I'm gonna be real. I did not have in my bingo card that Matchday 5 of the Asian Cup was gonna go this hard. But that is exactly what happened. And if you guys missed these two games, this would be one of those opportunities where I would go back and I would watch the full 90 because honestly, both are worth it. Before we get into these games, guys, first I need to ask you to leave a like on the video if you enjoy the content here on the channel and to hit subscribe so you don't miss our daily videos covering the Asian Cup here on Deadball TV. And you guys let me know in the comments who was your standout player from today's games. I think there's several people that you could nominate for this award. I'm probably going to go with Mohamed Kano from Saudi Arabia just because I thought that guy was a beast today. The first game is Thailand 2, Kyrgyzstan Republic 0, and I have to say this win for Thailand was way too comfortable. Yes, there were a few times where Kyrgyzstan threatened. Of course, football is a long game. There's 90 minutes plus extra time to play, but overall, they were pretty blunted by the Thais. And to be honest, guys, this result kind of came out of nowhere for me. I did see Thailand getting some points in the group. It's not necessarily the fact that Thailand got the 3 points against Kyrgyzstan. I don't really think Kyrgyzstan are that good. It is the manner in which the game played out and how the Thais looked both defensively and offensively, given everything that's going on, you know, in the background of this national team. That is what impressed me the most. My guy Superchai was looking around at his Southeast Asian brothers and sisters who have been brutalized by the other teams in this Asian Cup, and he said, I got y'all. Though I have to say, the one Thai player who I did not expect to like as much as I do is Nicholas Mikkelsen, the right back. That guy was locking it down one-on-one defending. He has tech on the ball. He was juking dudes out. He was putting a great ball in the box time and time again. Overall, I thought he was exceptional. And if Superchai didn't get a brace, really, I'd be giving Mikkelsen man of the match. You guys let me know how you might feel about that. Could be a hot take. But this is Deadball TV. We got nothing but hot takes on this channel. Thailand's attack was pretty much too much for Kyrgyzstan from the opening whistle, and that is a massive red flag for how their remaining two fixtures are going to go. In fact, if Sufanat didn't hit the post twice, both times in the first half, we could have been looking at a 4-0 Thailand win here. I'm looking at my notes in the Thailand starting 11, and I don't really know who had a bad game for Thailand. I already mentioned it before, but I think the fact that they're missing key players of this Asian Cup, already being an underdog, the fact that they've got a new manager in who got, one friendly with the team to prepare for this Asian Cup, and they came out looking like the best organized team from Southeast Asia, that is a testament to the mindset and the depth of this Thai national team. Now that we've seen all of Group F, if I had to make a bold prediction here, I'm going to say that Thailand looks slightly better offensively against Saudi Arabia than Oman, simply because the Saudis will have the ball, they'll be pushing up, and I think that will leave them more susceptible to the Thai counterattacks. And this Thai front four is very, very pacey. It's a sweaty front four, as the kids say. Moving on to Kyrgyz Republic, I don't know if this was just a terrible showing from these guys or what, but they were so wasteful and so bad in the final third, they could genuinely be looking at 0 goals scored in the group now. Because if there was one team where they could take advantage of their size, it was Thailand, and they didn't do it a single time. The set piece delivery and quality the entire game was trash, and their back line did not look very capable of stopping Thailand, who, no offense, is not an elite attack in the continent of Asia. I thought Kimi Murk had a solid game. Abduramanov looked pretty good as well in the midfield. He's pretty much the only midfielder doing anything for Kyrgyzstan, but he just wasn't enough. I don't know what the final stats were for the Thailand goalkeeper. I don't know how many saves they're going to accredit to my man, but he didn't really have to do much today. I tweeted it during the game, but it seemed like Kyrgyzstan could do nothing but generate these really low quality chances. They were trying to get it to Joel Kojo time and time again, but honestly, I don't even think that guy's very good. So if that's the guy that's supposed to bail out a team that's struggling, you're going to lose every game at this Asian Cup, I'm telling you right now. Meanwhile, Thailand, every single counterattack looked like they were going to score. Kyrgyzstan has Saudi Arabia next, and I just think these guys are going to get bodied. If they are struggling with the Thailand midfield and they are unable to score against the Thailand back line, what in God's name are they going to do against Saudi Arabia? A very big, physical, and technically gifted national team. I just think we're looking at a 3-0 here for Saudi Arabia. The next match we got is Saudi Arabia 2, Oman 1, and I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here, but I feel like this game really was one of those Asian Cup classics. This match was honestly too intense for a opening group stage game. It felt like a semifinal. It was actually the Omanis who scored first in this game off a penalty kick after Tombakti from Saudi Arabia gave away what I can only describe as a kind of puzzling and clumsy penalty. And once Oman scored that penalty, I was thinking, uh-oh, here we go. They're going to park the bus just like they do every single time. And they did park the bus, but there was a lot of time left. Too much time to give against a side like Saudi Arabia. And honestly, we need to give credit to Roberto Mancini because it was looking like a bit of a disaster class in the first 15 minutes. He made an adjustment. He changed formation. He made the right substitutes, and his side regained control of the match completely. Honestly, for Oman, they looked really, really good the entire game until Garib basically went Leo Messi on them, dribbled 3 different defenders, and had a gorgeous finish in the bottom left of the goal. I mean, it is disgusting. You guys absolutely need to open up a new tab on YouTube right now and look at this goal. It's filth. It's only been the first round of group stage play at the Asian Cup, and we already have 4 or 5 golazos in this tournament. Like, bro, it's given me everything I ever wanted. Garib was one of those substitutes that absolutely changed the game, and outside of the goal, he was just a menace the entire time. And this is the difference between Saudi Arabia and teams like Oman, because the Saudis do have that kind of depth to bring on and kind of change the pace of the game, and that's what happened. Saudi Arabia then scored the winner off a corner kick in the 96th minute, and I have to say, you kind of felt it coming, right? It was palpable, the way that the Omanis were fending for their lives. They had kind of stopped generating those counterattacks. It was all Saudi Arabia the last 20 minutes of the game. The +8 certainly didn't help, and you just got to feel like it's a crushing blow for Oman, who otherwise, I thought right before that header happened, I was like, you know what? A draw is probably fair. Not because the possession stats were 50-50 or they had the same amount of shots, but because Oman had so many counterattacks where really they should have scored. I'm kind of looking back in this game and I'm looking at the scoreline, and I don't know how Oman didn't get at least 2 here. Al Ghassani and Salah for Oman were ridiculous today, especially Salah. That guy, he had by himself probably 5 highlights from today's game. He was just dribbling Saudis for fun. He was putting in dangerous balls in the box. He almost scores a ridiculous goal where he dribbles 2 guys from the corner flag. That guy had a game. But as beautiful as the football looked and as close as the chances came, they never put it away. And because of that, they just had this narrow 1-0 lead, and you felt like, uh-oh, this is not going to be enough. I guess I should talk about Salim Al-Dawsari. I thought he was largely ineffective today. Just a little slow, a little off with all of his movements. I thought his brother, Nasser Al-Dawsari, was the better of the two, had a couple like really important defensive interventions as well. But this is big, man. This is big for Saudi Arabia. They came back against a good team, a very stubborn defensive team, a rival, and I think that will give them confidence in the next match. This was the test, really, and I don't want to diminish Thailand or Kyrgyzstan, but this was really the game that the Saudis needed to win to prove that they are not frauds. Because trust me, when Oman scored that penalty, Saudi Arabia, I was writing their name down for fraud watch. Like I said earlier, the Saudis now have the Kyrgyz Republic in the next match, and I feel like they're going to be too much to handle. I see a very decisive win there for the Saudis. I am thinking like a 2-0, 3-0, something in that department. I don't think Kyrgyzstan will score. And for the Thailand-Oman game, that is all of a sudden very fascinating. How will the Thai offense perform against that Oman low block, and can they stop Al Ghassani and Salah? I guess we'll have to wait and see. That is the video, guys. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit subscribe again so you don't miss daily Asian Cup content, and check out the social media links in the description of this video, especially the Twitter, so you know our next Asian Cup live stream. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.